Hey everyone, if you follow me, you know that most of my tutorial, demo, live shoot stuff happens mostly on Instagram, on IGTV. So I know that everyone hates the vertical format, but this is a video that was doing pretty well on my IGTV, and I thought that I'd try it here. And I just want to let you know that I will be doing wider formats. I will be placating to this format, so hold tight with that. This is just to give you an idea of my demo style. So if you were into what I was doing, you could just plug in and stay with me. You can check out a lot of my other demos at Adorama on Instagram. Their IGTV is full of demos I've done, including super soft light with one speed light, tabletop, black and white, affordable gear, multiple speed light setups, character lighting, all sorts of stuff is on there. So please check out this video. Don't hate it too bad because of the vertical. And if it's not for you, then I get it. It's cool. I promise you. There will be YouTube format coming. I just wanted to get a placeholder and get some momentum on this channel. And I also just want to talk with you guys. So most of my tutorials on YouTube will be just like Instagram, where I go live and we'll be talking back and forth. So hit the bell, because you guys should join the chat. If I'm doing something and there's one thing you're missing, tell me. I'm right there. We can do this. All right? I want to thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy the video. I asked you guys if you wanted me to do a quick demo today, and you guys voted yes, so here it is. And someone actually DM'd me asking about a shot they saw on Instagram where it was lit with a blue gel and the shadows had a pink gel. So I'm going to do that right now. It's pretty simple, actually. It's a lot about ratios, and you can actually kind of luck out doing this kind of technique. But you can, if you understand what's happening, you can calibrate it like a lot. Let me know if this mic is cutting out or anything. It was shady last time. I apologize for that, but it is what it is. It's Instagram. I'm going to show you guys how to do this with a light meter, just to give you an idea of what's actually happening. And then I'm going to give you an idea of really fast ways to snap into this setup. So again, I'm just going to be doing a key light and a fill light. Two different colors, but the fill light is going to be mainly from my background. I didn't even bring out Sheila. I'm shooting a ladder today. I said I was going to do it quick. I'm going to do it really quick. So what we're going to do is a key light, cast a shadow on this wall, and we're going to use my fill light over here with the pink on it to create a pink shadow. So let's get into power ratios, yeah? So right now I have my ProPhoto B1 set to a little over half power, and I have this one set to a little around quarter of the power of what it's capable of doing. That's going to give me the ratio I want. I want like a 3-to-1 ratio. The key to this is that, hey, what's up, Ivan? The key to this is that your key light, your main light source, is brighter, obviously, and your fill light is going to be 2.5 stops, maybe even 3, depending on how much of the effect you want, under your key light, and that way it'll never overpower the blue. The pink is only going to hit where it can fill in, which is the shadows, where there's no light. So right away, I'm going to turn off my fill light, this fill light right here. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to light meter reading from my key light. So let's go to my key light. I'm going to hit it. All right, so at 100 ISO, I'm looking at f11. I know everything's backwards because that's the way the on-cameras work on these phones, but we're at f11 at ISO 100 on my key light. So now let's shut that light off, go to my fill light, and my fill light is going to be hitting this back wall for the shadow, and we're reading, I'm sorry, I'm blocking it a little bit, 2.8 to f4, which is great because that means I'm dusting in the light where I need it. So if I only want a little bit of pink coloring that shadow, I'm only going to get a little bit of pink in that shadow. So let's take a shot with the blue only, and see what that looks like. It's going to look like garbage because this is shooting a freaking ladder against a white wall, but you guys are just going to get the point today. I'm going to shut off my fill light, and then we're going to take a shot just so you guys have an idea. So at f11 at ISO 100, I have this. It is an not amber, it's emerald looking background, and it has a shadow casted on it. That's all I need for this demo. I just need to see that my main subject, the ladder, this gorgeous ladder with these amazing curves, and a shadow cast on a wall. Now I'm running into a lot of problems here because of all the residual light bouncing of all this white. You won't have that issue most of the time. Let's shoot with the pink only. So I'm going to turn off my key light and shoot at the same f-stop, f11. And you can see that it's really underexposed, right? But that shadow that was there before, that shadow is gone. It's on the other side, right? Well, check this out. If I put both lights together and I'm exposing for the key light at f11 and this one's hitting my back wall like f2.8, f4, this light will not overpower this pink light, but this pink light will fill in the shadow where there's an absence of light. So let's put it together, right? I'm gonna put both lights on, I'm gonna shoot, and bingo, pink shadow. So let's go over this again. F11 on my key light, casting a shadow to one side of the frame. I am now filling in that shadow with this pink light. The pink light is at f2.8, f4. This is at f11. Therefore, this is a higher exposure. And now you mix them together and you get a pink shadow. Really fast, really simple. But it's one of these techniques that can easily look sloppy or just thrown together. And maybe you like that aesthetic. I'm hit or miss on that. So if you're going for it and it's like a last look of the day and you have a model and you're running out of time, this is a good way for you to calibrate it and get it just like that. So key light, one exposure. Make sure your fill light is at least maybe 2 stops underexposed. So this is f11, this is going to be f4. F4 will not override the blue, right? So let's go over this one last time. We have, what happened here? We have a blue wall with a shadow. We have a pink wall with an opposite shadow, but this is the same exposure, and boom, pink shadow, blue key. And you can add in more and more lights into this. Make sure that they're narrow. You don't want them being too spread. If you want that shadow to cast harder, you need a harder light source. Hence, there are no soft boxes on anything today. Nothing soft. I'm using all straight up reflectors and getting a hard light source on my bladder. This gorgeous, beautiful ladder. I know. How did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? Mwah. I know. But does everyone get what's going on here? Are there any questions? I know this was like really kind of thrown together. I didn't even bring out the mannequin for you today. But pretty much F11 on my key. I have F4, I'd say, on my fill. And that way they won't override each other. But wherever there's an absence of light from my key light, my fill light will fill it in with the color. So because this was so fast, we'll go through it one time. Blue light, key light, right? Fill light, pink shadow. But the pink is exposing at 2.8. We're at F11 the whole time. So when you mix these two lights together, you get a nice pink shadow with a blue key light. It's that simple, but don't feel like you can just slap this together. Try to get it calibrated. That's what's gonna separate you from just a bunch of Instagram hounds, right? Ooh, I said it, I'm sorry. All right, so that's pretty much my quick demo for today. If you guys want and you're psyched on any of these live streams, you can check me out on Adorama's page on Mondays at 3 p.m. I'm also on Daniel Norton Photographer's YouTube. And if you are psyched on this at all and want to throw some support, you can go to the link in my bio and hook yourself up with some shirts with some of my images on them. The merch is pretty rad, if I do say so myself. So yeah, if there's any last questions, let me know. But that's pretty much how you do this effect. It's crazy, crazy simple when you realize the logic of your lighting. So before I close out, I'll go through it one more time. Blue key light, pink fill light with 2 stops underexposed from my key light. So this is F11, still at F11, but this is metering at 2.8. And if you mix them together, the pink light will only expose where there's an absence of light from the key light. Because if the key light is at F11, it's brighter or more power than my fill light, so it'll override my fill light anywhere it touches. But because my key light is casting that shadow, the fill light goes into the shadow and therefore makes its own exposure. Fill light F4, key light F11, hence yeah, way to go. That's pretty much it. Did this really cut out? Did this video really cut out? I don't know. All right, guys, so I'll keep it short and simple. Maybe me and Daniel will live stream from here today, something. I don't know what we're gonna do. We have gear set up everywhere. I'll give you guys a quick tour of the gear. Look at this. It's a little crazy around here right now. Let me give you a little quick tour. We have Profoto B1Xs. We have a Gemini, a light panels Gemini with built-in gels inside this thing. We've got a Sony 6500, Profoto B2s. We have my Nikon D850, Sekonic 758 light meter. He's got his Canon 1DX right here, right there. And a whole bunch of other good stuff, including bunny eyes. See that? Isn't that fun? We are geared up to death in this studio this week, so we'll try to make some cool stuff for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this and following my page. Again, if you guys want to throw any support, hit up the link in my bio and you can hook yourself up with some cool merch and also support my, my page a little bit. If not, it's cool. I'll see you guys at Adorama for anyone that's in NYC. If not, remember, I'm on Adorama's Instagram, ADORAMA on Instagram. And you can check me live streaming these types of demos at 3 o'clock on Mondays, New York City time. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you so much. Later, guys. Peace. It's not letting me end this thing. Okay, bye.